Welcome back with another video on this channel. We are doing OWASP Top 10 2021 and this is the last part of this video. So in this video we're gonna tackle the tasks 21, 22 and 23. Hopefully by the end of this video we will be done with this room. Awesome. So I already started my attack box and VM is already started. Here's the IP address. Let's continue to the task 21. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is to download the task files. I already tried before, as you can see. Let me open it. So these are the logs that we have. Let me open it in here. And all right. When web applications are set up, every action performed by the user should be logged. Logging is important because in the event of an incident, the attacker's activities can be traced. Once their actions are traced, their risk and impact can be determined without logging. There would be no way to tell what actions were performed by an attacker if they gain access to particular web applications. The more significant impact of these include regulatory damages and risk of further attacks. Regulatory damage: if an attacker has gained access to personally identifiable user information and there is no record of this, final users are affected and the application owners may be subject to fines or more severe actions depending on regulations. Risk of further attacks: and attackers' presence may be undetected without logging. This could allow an attacker to launch further attacks against web application owners by stealing credentials, attacking infrastructure, and more. The information stored in the logs should include the following: HTTP status code, timestamp, usernames, API endpoint page locations, and IP addresses, as we have here. All right. These logs have some sensitive information, so it's important to ensure that they are stored securely and that multiple copies of these logs are stored at different locations. As you may have noticed, logging is more important after a breach or incident has occurred. The ideal case is to have monitoring in place to detect any suspicious activity. The aim of detecting this suspicious activity is to either stop the attacker completely or reduce the impact they have made if their presence has been detected much later than anticipated. Common example of suspicious activity include multiple unauthorized attempts for a particular action, usually authentication attempts or access to unauthorized resources, e.g. admin pages, requests from anomalous IP addresses or locations. While this can indicate that someone else is trying to access a particular user's account, it can also have a false positive rate. Use of automated tools: particular automated tooling can be easily identifiable using the value of user's agent header or the speed of requests. This can indicate an attacker is using automated tool. Yeah, that is very true. A very good firewall can protect you against these attacks. Common payloads: in web application, it's common for attacker to use known payload. Detecting the use of these payloads can indicate the presence of someone's conducting unauthorized malicious testing on the application. So this, how you find out which payloads or which tools are being used by user agent. So a specific tooling, always rely on a specific user agent, so that if somebody is trying to basically use the script to attack your system, because of the known user agent, you will be able to detect this attack. Just detecting suspicious activity isn't helpful. This suspicious activity needs to be rated according to the impact level. For example, certain actions will have a higher impact than others. These higher impact actions need to be responded to sooner. Thus, they should raise alarms to get the relevant party's attention. Put this knowledge to practice by analyzing the provided sample log file. You can download it by clicking the download task files. We already did so. What is the IP address What IP address is the attacker using? Sure. Let me open this one. Attacker is using this one, right? He's trying to brute force or something like that. So here we go. What kind of attack is being carried out? Brute force. Brute force. Awesome. Moving on to the next task, which is server-side request forgery, SSRF. This type of vulnerabilities occur when an attacker can coerce a web application into sending requests on their behalf to arbitrary destination while having control of contents of request itself. SSRF vulnerabilities often arise from implementation where our web application needs to use third-party services. Think, for example, of a web application that uses an external API to send SMS notification to its clients. For each email, the website needs to make a web request to the SMS provider server to send the content of the message to be sent. Since the SMS provider charges per message, they require you to add a secret key which they pre-assign to you to each request you make to their API. The API key serves as an authentication token, allows the provider to know to whom to bill each message. The application would work like this. Okay, so first get SMS server is this one. Oh, they're sending the SMS server into the the parameter. This is wrong. And then the message itself, then it is going to the my site, www.mysite, and my site is calling the server message.thm. Forward the SMS provider using the API, which is this one, hello message, and with the secret key. Sorry, this was the third step. The second step was to build the query, and third one is to send the message itself. By looking at the diagram above, it is easy to see where the vulnerability lies. The application exposes the server parameters to the user, that is true, which defines the server name of the SMS service provider. If the attacker wanted, they could simply change the value of the server to point to a machine they control, and your web application would happily forward the SMS request to the attacker instead of SMS provider as part of the forward message. So how this is a vulnerability, for example, if there is a two-factor authentication and you are sending a SMS to the end user, and if you exposes the server itself, that means the SMS can be received with an attacker if we change the domain name here. Alright, so forward the SMS request to attacker instead of the SMS provider. As part of the forwarded message, the attacker would obtain the API key, allowing them to use the SMS service to send messages at your expense. To achieve this, the attacker would only need to make following request to your website, attacker.thm, and yes, that is true. This would make the vulnerable application make a request, and for example https attacker.thm, and then you get the message itself. You could just capture the content of the request using the netcat. All right, this is really basic case of SSRF or if this doesn't look that scary, SSRF can actually be used to do much more. In general, depending on the specifics of each scenario, SSRF can be used for enumerating internal networks, including IP addresses and ports, abuse trust relationship between servers, and gain access to otherwise restricted services. Yes, this SSRF, I think I have a video on the Niblis or some room. I'll put the link to that video up here, so you can check it out. How SSRF basically works in the real environment or in a VM environment. Okay, so basically you can use this SSRF to enumerate internal network. So this happens, and I have a walkthrough for that video on my channel. Just check it out in the HTTP Edge Hack the Box playlist for rooms, and I will also try to reference it up here. Above trust relationship between servers and abuse trust relationship between servers and gain access to otherwise restricted services, interact with some non-HTTP services to get remote code execution RCE. Let's quickly look at how we can use SSRF to abuse some trust relationships. Practical example is over here. Let's see. All right. We have download resume. Okay. What happens basically? Oh, okay. So basically, download resume. Is going with this particular URL. You'll find a simple, okay, after exploring a bit, you should see an admin area, which will be our main objective. Follow the instructions on the following question to gain the access to the website. Explore the website. What is the only host allowed to access the admin area? Really? So admin area. Admin interface only available from localhost. Check the download resume button. Where does the server parameter points to? Sure, checked it already, but yeah, let's do that again. Wait a moment. This is not what we wanted. I just need to copy the link, paste here, and here is the URL we are looking for. Hopefully. Okay, let's enter without the port. Yeah. Use SSRF, make the application send the request to AttackBox instead of secure file storage. Are there any API keys in the intercepted request? Okay, so in order to do that, let's open up NC NVLP and what was the port they are using. We'll use the same port, 8087. All right. So what is our IP? IP address is over here. So let's put our IP address, and even though if the port is restricted, we still be able to make the request. Okay, so here we go. So here is the key that we were looking for. As you can see, there is a public doc request with the PDF, and it is also passing the X API key in the header, so we get the API key here. Awesome. Hey, no. Copy this one, man. Apologies. Okay. Going the extra mile, there's a way to use SSRF to gain access to the site's admin area. Can you find it? No, we won't need this flag to progress in this room. You are expected to do some research in order to achieve your goal. We're gonna just complete, maybe we can look at how we could do that. Yeah, so we can access the admin area. Okay, so it is admin, right? So we just need to basically pause this particular URL in admin, and this way we will be able to access the admin area at least. Let's see what we have in the PDF. We don't have anything in the PDF. Maybe there is a way, but it is not focused yet, so we're gonna move forward. Why not reroll in the beginner level path and find another room to complete? We already did so, and we complete the room. Thank you very much, guys, for joining me on this journey. We have completed finally OWASP Top 10 2021. We completed all the challenges. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Help us build the community. And if you are looking for more rooms, check out the playlist that I have on my channel. I have complete playlist for DevSecOps and many other paths that I'm just starting with. Let me know which path you want me to cover next in the comment section down below, and I will make sure that I will consider that moving forward. So thank you guys, and I will see you in the next video.